What's going on, guys? Welcome to another edition of The Full Pour with the Sportaholics. I'm the host, Russ. That's my guy, Peyton. Peyton, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing great, man. How about yourself?
I am a little battered, but
Battered and hobbled.
yes, but I'm doing well.
Should we go into that or not? It's
Okay.
just a Thanksgiving break excursion. I don't know. What should we talk about it?
I mean, we can, but I really don't know how much the people care about my Thanksgiving.
I care about it.
Okay.
Mostly because it happened while you were hooping.
Yes. All right. So
But also because I care about you as a person. So it's twofold.
I can go into it a little bit.
Okay.
So yes, I am battered. I have a busted up ankle. No, thankful for no fractures, no breakage. But I have a badly sprained ankle, and at my age, getting hurt is not the best thing ever, And so what happened was I was playing basketball with a group of family and friends, and somebody was playing pretty tight defense on me because I was lighting them up. I'm not gonna lie to you, I was lighting them up.
Damn, like D Wade.
I was going crazy. I'm not gonna lie, I was going crazy. I was hitting all my shots. We were playing 21.
Okay.
And I was pretty much in the lead at that point, and they decided to play tight defense on me. If you know anything about 21, you know that the person who has the most points, you can't let them win. So
you might see a couple of double teams.
Yes,
in
listen.
that instance.
They decided to go up on me, and I went up for a shot, and when I came down, I landed on the person who was guarding me's foot. So after that, it was pretty much a wrap. I did everything I possibly could. I tied my shoe as tight as possible. I tried to run it out. I didn't sit down. I tried to stay in that mode, but it was evident that I couldn't go anymore. So right now I'm hurting, man. I'm hurting.
Yeah, I hear you.
But it's all good. We're here.
We are here.
We're back again.
We're back again for the first time in a while. I'm excited to be here.
Man, it's exciting to get back to this and talk sports and get the show on the road, man. That's the most important thing. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
I hope you heal in a quick manner, because I know you want to be back out there on the court.
Yes, I do.
And in the meantime, we're just going to get into all of the sportaholic things that we need to get into.
Yes, speaking of Sportaholics, Peyton, we did not agree on drink of choice tonight, but we'll get to that later. We'll get to that later. With that being said, man, Peyton, let the people know where they can follow you, how to keep track of you, how to continue the conversation and everything like that.
For sure, man. I am the more active user on X/Twitter, and you can follow us at The Sportaholics on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
You can find us real quick. Trust me, I don't have that many followers. I have a lot of people that I'm following, but we're bringing the show up in a timely manner.
Yes.
And he's more in charge of the Instagram page.
Yes.
At The Sportaholics. Same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's where we're most active, X and Instagram.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, that's what it is right now. But
Yes,
I'm
sir.
excited to get into tonight's topics, man. It's interesting.
I am. And this show is going to be pretty different because I think me and Peyton, we have, before the show, we had an opportunity to go ahead and talk about some of the things that we've been seeing in the landscape of sports and the sports that's active right now. So I'm looking forward to that. And man, it's going to be a good show, and I can't wait. We do have our normal segments, but we might throw those things out the door because the conversation might get a little heated tonight.
No doubt about it.
So
I agree with that.
Who
knows where the conversation is going to go?
We are going to be Walmart bags in the wind.
Okay.
And we're going to go wherever the show goes.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to do whatever we need to do in order to, continue the conversation, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
All right. With that being said, man, like he said, if you're not following us on X, Instagram, if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please be sure to do that. Smash that like button. Go back, watch all our old videos. If you find any hot or cold takes, let us know what you think. Don't be afraid to drop a comment in the comment section because we need that type of engagement. It helps the algorithm, boost us to the top, and we're looking for growth. So, yeah, man, y'all go ahead and follow us and do everything that y'all need to do, man. Just show a little bit of love, show a little bit of support, and we're looking to continue the conversation with you guys. Peyton.
Yes, sir.
What are you drinking tonight?
Well, I went back to the well with Evan Williams.
Yes,
and
sir.
you know it's my favorite label, the Evan Williams Apple.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we got apple is the first favorite, peach is the second favorite. I felt like the Evan Williams Apple, green apple to be specific, gives you a little bit of that Christmas flavor. The green to the red, as you can see, we got the red lighting on the show.
Yes, sir.
Tonight, so...
Okay,
that's what
I
we're
like
drinking
it.
tonight. If you want a shot, you let me know.
Yeah.
I guess we're going straight from the bottle tonight. I'll go first.
I love. Listen,
Okay.
I'm a out of the bottle type person.
Right.
I'm a out of the bottle type person.
That's not a problem for you. Like if someone buys a bottle and they're like, "Hey, I got first shot, you got second shot." No problem.
If we're sharing a bottle, I can't drink out the bottle. But if it's my bottle alone,
So basically what you're saying is I got the rest of this to myself because I'm shooting?
I don't like doing dishes. So if I can save a glass, I'm going to save that glass and I'll drink it out the bottle.
Okay.
Right? So he's drinking the Evan Williams.
Yeah.
Tonight.
What are you drinking?
All right. So this is called Gran Carmino. And as you can see, I don't have much left in this bottle.
As do I.
Yeah.
By the way.
But my bottle is a lot larger than your bottle.
Fair.
So,
it's going to take a valiant effort from you to finish your bottle as opposed to me finishing mine.
if I finish this bottle before
the Packers-Lions game.
Listen, if I finish this bottle before the end of the show,
Okay.
the Hurricanes will probably make it into the playoffs.
In that case, I'll help you finish the bottle. Because you know what? I want to see Cam Ward play another ball game. That's what I'm talking about.
I hear that 100%. But this is Gran Carmino tequila.
Yeah.
This is backed by Kevin Hart. I love I love the bottle. I love the taste of this alcohol.
Yeah.
I'm actually drinking the Reposado version of the Gran Carmino.
And it's 100% agave, isn't it?
It is 100% agave. So, as you can see, I love it. I've kind of finished the bottle off a little bit, but I decided to bring it onto the show. And
you can tell he likes it.
yeah, I wanted to have a good time tonight. We got Thursday night football happening.
We do, man.
By the time you guys see this, it'll be Friday, but it is what it is. We got Packers Lions tonight. It's a great matchup.
That's a good one for Thursday night football. That's a good one.
I don't think America's ready for what's going to happen tonight.
Jordan Love coming out.
We need to figure out. We need to actually wrap this show up so we can go. So with that being said, man, thank you guys for tuning in. We're gonna go ahead and sign out and go downstairs and watch the game.
Well, I was about to say, with the topics we have on tap, I don't know if we're going to be able to just sign off. Because we got a lot to say.
We do. Yeah. All right, so with that being said, man, let's go ahead and jump into it. We've done enough talking. Actually, before we do that, let's go ahead and take a shot out of the bottle.
Why not?
Out of the bottle. I think Peyton's one up on me right now, but...
not by much.
All right, let's
see
do
what
it.
we can do. Oh, my.
Yes, sir.
I know that shot was harder than mine because I'm 65 proof. What are you?
I don't know if the proof is actually
90. Let me guess.
I don't know if it's actually 80 proof.
Yeah, that's tougher than me.
80 proof.
So,
yeah.
He's feeling good over there.
I am. It's been quite a week, quite a day.
Yeah.
And honestly, this is my pain medication. That helps me deal with my injury that I got going on right now. So.
Definitely, man.
Yeah. I'm excited for it. So
yeah.
With that being said, man, let's go ahead and jump into it, Peyton.
Let's do it, man.
It's been a minute.
What do you got for us?
All right. So let's start off with some basketball.
Okay.
All right, because we have to show the NBA some love.
We do.
We have college basketball in the works.
We do.
But they are picking it up. So
they're picking it up. NBA's almost in mid-season form.
Yeah.
Early to mid-December, starting to pick it up. I hear you.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and we saw JJ Redick getting criticized by the media, and he was taking some blows, but he took it on the chin. Pause, right? And he was, he admitted and owned up to his own fault. So I think that's a good thing. They asked him what was going on. Do he take responsibility after they got blown out by 40 points?
Yeah.
So the Lakers are 12-10 right now. Why are they acting like it's the end of the season and it's over for the Lakers?
You just hit it on the head.
Right.
They're in the Western Conference, by the way.
Yeah.
If they were in the East and they were 12-10, I guess it would be smooth sailing because there's less attention in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah. Not to mention, LeBron, he got asked the same questions as JJ, which is crazy because JJ's the head coach. And LeBron's literally a player on the team. I know he's probably old enough to be an executive in the NBA, but he got asked the same questions as JJ Redick, and he said, whatever JJ said, I agree with it 100%. What is that saying right now? Why are they acting like the season is over, and what is it saying that LeBron is just kind of alley-ooping the responsibilities to JJ Redick?
So I know we watched that clip in the same time frame.
Yeah.
Like we were with each other as we were watching that clip.
Yeah.
I think that was a statement for LeBron and standing up for his coach.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. And I think he's saying, hey, I'm behind whatever he's saying right now. It's a long season ahead. We're in a lull for whatever reason at the moment.
Right.
But there's still 55, 60 games to play. We're going to figure it out down the road. We had a poor effort down in Miami when those boys were ready to play, like Jimmy Butler, like Tyler Hero. They were ready to play that game.
Yeah.
I watched a bits and pieces of it, but Hero was going off a little bit. But yeah, it's a long season. So I think LeBron was saying, hey, just listen to our head coach. We're going to be all right. We're going to figure it out. We're 12-10. We're above 500 in the tougher conference.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
They're not in a bad spot at all.
No.
They're not in a bad spot at all. So the fact that the media is putting a lot of pressure on them, I don't know why they're acting like the Lakers have to go undefeated or expecting the Lakers to be super dominant in the West. Because like you just said, that's a highly competitive conference. So it's just a little weird for me to sit here and think that the Lakers are in panic mode when they're not at all.
Yeah.
So
you could think about other teams in the Eastern Conference like the Bucks or the Sixers that fell behind early. There's not nearly the media attention surrounding those teams as there is the Lakers. You pop on SportsCenter at 6 p.m. on the East Coast right now.
Yeah.
Oh, the Lakers are falling apart. Well, they're 2 games above 500.
Yeah, man.
In the better conference. So, to your point.
They're in a good spot.
Yeah.
They are in a good spot. So, I don't think that the Lakers are it's not dead for the Lakers yet. And I wish the media would take a little bit of pressure off of them. I know that they have LeBron James, but by all means, man, LeBron James is in the 42nd season. So, no real reason to put all the pressure on him. If anything, more attention needs to go to AD or anybody else that's on the roster.
By the way, to put you on the spot, let me just put you on the spot real quick.
Go ahead.
Is LeBron James still a top 10 player in the league right now on any given night?
100%. 100%.
Then I'm not worried about it.
And if we want to talk GOAT talk, this is the reason why LeBron's the GOAT. Okay. Like, I grew up with Jordan being my GOAT.
Sure.
I don't know about you. Don't
No, that makes sense because there's a bit of an age gap. Not much, but a little bit.
Right.
Enough to the point where you saw 90s basketball live time. I didn't.
Yes.
So
I definitely experienced all of Jordan's run.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think that LeBron is the GOAT because in his 21st season, he's still relevant. And while Jordan was on the back end of his career,
wasn't making the playoffs.
You know what I mean? And I think that's how that's how Jordan wanted it. Like it's hard to say that it's tough to see that a competitor doesn't really care about competing anymore. But LeBron is a wise guy, right? Like LeBron is like one of the smartest players in the NBA. So I think that he understands that, bro, I can't go out here and compete on the level that these 21, 22, 23-year-old athletes are competing at.
Yeah.
But me being 40 years old, I have to do what I have to do in order to protect my body and make it to the playoffs.
Yeah.
If I make it to the playoffs, I give our team a better chance to compete.
Which, by the way, is 4 months away. Yeah, so I hear you. I'm with you on that.
I'm not in the space of thinking that we have to go out there and win every game. We have to compete. We have to be competitive in the conference in order to make it. And I don't think that he wants to play in the play-in tournament.
Yeah.
But if it comes down to that, then so be it.
Yeah.
But you can't say anything about me being one of the oldest players in the NBA and not, showing that I can compete with all the other athletes that's in the NBA right now. So
absolutely.
I think LeBron is in a great spot, and he is honestly
he's been through a lot of these seasons. I remember the 2017-2018 Cavs. They were on like a 4 or 5 game losing streak.
Yeah.
And he was getting interviewed post game. I think it was a game against the Magic who were hit or miss to make the playoffs, and he just said, well, it's kind of the middle of the season right now. It's the dog days of the NBA. We'll see what happens later in the season. They end up making the finals. So
right.
He knows how this thing goes. He knows how the NBA rocks. And we'll see where the Lakers end up in a month from now. You know what I mean?
So, to that point, I just think that it's a lot of pressure on the Lakers. One, because they have LeBron.
Yeah.
If AD was the number 1 instead of the 2, I was gonna say 1B, but he's the 2.
Yeah.
Certified.
Yeah.
Number 2.
Yeah.
I don't think they would be getting the questions that they had. I get it that it's a large market, but I don't think that AD is getting the pressure. We haven't heard anything from AD.
Right.
So because LeBron is your number 1,
yeah,
you're getting a lot of pressure. And it sucks to be JJ Redick in his first season with the Lakers, that he has to have or deal with that pressure.
There's no other coach in the NBA that has to deal with that type of pressure, with that media market.
Well, you do know that when you step
when
into the
sign
Lakers,
up for it, yeah.
When you step into the Lakers organization, you know that you're going to get some pressure.
Fair.
You understand that.
Yeah.
But having the pressure of being a part of the Lakers organization and having LeBron on your team, it puts you in a bad spot.
Absolutely.
Especially when you're losing.
Yeah. But I expect them to start winning here in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so
that's a good point, though. We got to bring it up because people are talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Especially the media. And I don't like the fact that they're doing the Lakers like that. I'm not a Lakers fan.
He's far from it. His team just beat down that team.
Far from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy. So, all right, let's go ahead. All right.
Oh, boy. Should I take a shot before?
No.
Okay.
No. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead.
What are we getting?
I'm reordering my schedule right here, right now.
Okay.
All right. So let's go ahead and talk about this Heisman race. In college football.
Yeah.
All right. So we have Travis Hunter sitting as the favorite.
Yeah.
At minus 5,000.
Right. That's like Victor Wembanyama odds to go number 1 overall. That's how rarefied air that is. Just to put you, just to
crazy.
Line it up for you. Yeah.
This is crazy air, right?
Yeah.
So other names that's on the Heisman race, right?
Yeah.
Or on the Heisman list, you have Ashton Genty coming from Boise State. You have Dylan Gabriel, the quarterback, the commander
right.
of the number 1 team in the nation, sitting at minus 500.
I'll pass.
Okay, all right.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
You got Shedeur Sanders.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
And then you also have my guy. Right, Mr.
I was trying to do it right. I was like, wait, hand over nose. The other hand goes like this. Yeah, go like that.
Sebastian, close your ears, man.
Don't worry about it.
Shout out to my guy, Sebastian.
Shout out. We're going to get into that later.
Okay, all right. We have Cam Ward also holding up the rear.
Yeah.
And he's also sitting at 500, negative 500 as well. So,
right.
Right now with that list, Travis Hunter, Ashton Genty, Dylan Gabriel, Shedeur Sanders, and Cam Ward.
Yeah.
Who's your Heisman winner?
Travis Hunter running away with it. Wow. Who was the last player to replicate or do what Travis Hunter has done?
I didn't do any research on that question that you just asked me, but
you don't need to.
What I will say is Charlie Ward.
Okay. From the 90s from Michigan.
Right. You have
the Honey Badger. I was going to throw him in just because I'm an LSU guy from 2011, but he didn't play any offensive snaps.
But I'm trying to think of two-way players, right?
That's the thing. You can't think of many.
It's not too many players that's playing both sides.
And he's on a 9-3 team, by the way. Last year's Heisman winner, Jaden Daniels, on a 9-3 team, and he was playing the quarterback position.
Can we talk about Colorado being 9-3?
Go ahead.
I'm just saying. Like, a lot of people put a lot of pressure on Deion. Coach Prime.
And I would say he delivered in a big way.
Can he walk away right now? He
That's
can.
tough.
The answer is yes. He can walk away.
He can.
He can walk away and say that he took a team from 1 win to 9-3.
Relevant. Extremely relevant in the college football playoff conversation in week 13-14.
That's amazing growth.
Yeah.
That's amazing growth. If he walks away right now, Colorado would never be the same.
Yeah.
All right.
I agree with that.
We're talking about the Heisman.
You're right.
We're talking about the Heisman. All right. We're talking about the Heisman. So you would take Travis Hunter.
I think it's a runaway.
I do too.
Yeah, and it should be.
He's generational.
If it wasn't for Cam Ward, and I hate to say this on Shedeur Sanders' sake, I would take Travis number 1.
I agree with you.
Yeah. I think he's that special on both sides of the ball. And you don't even know what he's going to be yet at the professional level. So that makes it even more scary. Like, he's different.
Well, he'll be a one side of the ball talent in the NFL, but what side of the ball he plays, that's another conversation.
I don't know. Like, if you see him play receiver, he tracks the ball in the air well.
I think
he's got good hands. He runs good routes. He can do all that stuff. Like, if you told him, hey, you're just going to be a receiver in the NFL, latest he goes is like late round 3, probably more like round 2.
Right.
So that's what's scary about him, because if he's a DB, he's going round 1 easy.
I think he goes round 1 regardless.
Yeah.
Regardless.
You could, which is kind of unprecedented.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
regardless.
You don't have a position. We just want to draft you, and we'll see where you go.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
Now, I will say this. Travis Hunter is a better DB than he is a wide receiver. I will say that 100%.
I like that.
And if nobody agrees with me, I'm okay with that.
I'll agree with you.
Yeah. I believe he's a better DB than he is a wide receiver. Does he have hands? Yes, but that's what makes him a better DB than he is a wide receiver.
Give me this pick 6.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Any day of the week.
Yeah.
Any day.
Yeah.
So I can see him coming off the board early and definitely being the first DB picked in the draft.
I would have to think about.
Now, I don't want to stop your thought, but I will say this conversation is about who will win the Heisman.
Okay.
And if you're asking me who will win the Heisman, I think Dylan Gabriel to the Heisman committee is the most deserving of winning the Heisman. And probably will win the Heisman.
You better put your money down right now.
I will.
Because I'm telling you what.
I will.
Travis is a big favorite.
To the media.
To the media.
Right. Nobody knows exactly what's happening. It's not like, this is not like the playoff bracket or the playoff committee where they're posting every week. This is who we have sitting in this seat.
Right now.
This is the Heisman, and nobody knows exactly what that committee is thinking.
Yeah.
Until they make the selection.
Interesting.
So I will say Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah.
Man, it's crazy to watch this kid grow, even though he played 10 seasons in
UCF,
college football.
Oklahoma, Oregon.
It's crazy.
I'm still going.
It's crazy. This guy.
Am I eligible to play another season?
He's my age.
Yeah.
He's been playing college football since I've been in college. Like, it's crazy that Dylan Gabriel's still in the college football ranks.
Yeah.
But
yeah, he's been balling.
This
for the
season,
most part.
So the Heisman itself is about the best player on the best team in college football. And you cannot give that to Travis Hunter. He's a generational talent.
But
everybody wants to see him win the Heisman.
Right.
I do as well. But if I'm picking the safe bet, why not go with Dylan Gabriel?
Bro, I feel like we've flipped sides here. Because a month and a half ago, I was saying your tune in that we should take the best player on the best team.
Right.
And you were singing Travis Hunter's praises.
I was.
Now I'm singing Travis Hunter's praises. You should come to my side because last year, 9-3 LSU team, Jaden Daniels won the Heisman. So why can't a wide receiver / cornerback win the Heisman this year?
Right. I don't think that it's a bad spot for Travis Hunter to be in.
Yeah.
But what I will say is the odds are in his favor.
Yeah.
But I don't see it going that way.
Okay.
Mostly because I think that they're haters. The Heisman committee is they've been in this seat for a while and they understand what they're looking for. The college football playoff committee, they don't know what they're doing. Like it switches out every year.
Yeah.
New members every year.
Yeah.
And they are just kind of going with the flow.
Yeah.
So I think that's why we see a lot of bias. And we're going to get into this later in the show.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
If I
feel that.
If I had to take a safe bet, I'm rocking with Dylan.
Then you might want to put your money down because we saw the odds on SportsCenter earlier today.
Yeah. I can't put my money down.
I'll put my money down for you.
I appreciate
you let
it.
me know.
Yep, I got you. Lock me in then.
Okay.
I can't put my money down. I would probably put $1,000 up on Dylan Gabriel to win. But
we might have to talk about that off camera.
Yeah. All right, with that being said.
Okay, what's next?
Let's get it. Peyton.
Yeah, what up? I got my notes right here. What's up?
Do you want to get serious?
I do.
All right.
Let's go.
All right.
Let's go. We might have to take another shot, but we're getting into it.
All right.
Yeah.
Before we get into our segments.
Yeah.
This is the last topic. If we even make it to our segments.
Right.
Because this is juicy.
Right.
This is meaty.
Right.
And this is a very serious conversation that we have right now.
Yeah.
All right. This is threefold. So I just want to ask the question, and then you can move forward however you feel.
Okay.
All right.
Threefold.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
1, is the college football playoffs rigged?
Yes.
Okay. Was the expansion a bad idea? And are they getting it right currently right now? I'm gonna sit back. I'm gonna just let you go ahead and go off. Like, like
So-
I don't.
So here's the committee's saving grace.
We're here right now, by the way. We're here.
We're here. Conference championship weekend's coming up in 2 days.
We're here.
Here's the committee's saving grace.
Okay.
I'm going to take you back 5 years.
5 years is crazy, which you can't take me back 5 years.
I can.
5 years ago, 12-team playoff didn't exist. You can't take me back to last year.
I'll tell you what.
But go off.
This is why the 12-team playoff exists.
Okay.
5 years ago, you had a undefeated 13-0 SEC champion LSU as number one.
Mm-hmm.
You had a 13-0 ACC championship Clemson as number two.
Mm-hmm.
And you had a 13-0 Big Ten champion in Ohio State as 13-0. In the BCS era, pre-2014, if we'd have had a college football standings like that at the end of the regular season, chaos. Light the fires. Get all of the broomsticks, get all the firewood, everything. Churn it together.
Yes.
Because who's going to play LSU in the championship? Is it going to be Ohio State or is it going to be Clemson? Wow. The 4-team playoff allowed you a legit championship between number 2 Clemson, number 2 Ohio State, number 3 Clemson. Wow. Both were undefeated.
Yes.
That was the only instance in the 10-year college football 4-team playoff era, if I may say, where that instance came into play to the point where we don't know who the 2 best teams are.
Yeah.
Because the BCS era allowed you to just go to the computers and pick who are the best teams. Who are the 2 best teams to play for the national championship?
Yeah.
I believe that year, as great as it was for college football in 2019 when LSU won it all, it kind of spoiled us all. And it led us to this 12-team playoff where the 5 best conference champions get into the playoff. The 4 best conference champions get a bye to the playoff. So we're in the wild, wild west right now. And it's not perfect at all.
Yeah.
And trust me, I got more thoughts on this. They're sitting right in front of me right here. And I want to hear what you have to say. But we're just at a middle ground point where we don't know what to do in college football. And we need a real big-time governing body. And it sucks because there are so many teams that vie. Because, I mean, what are there? 130-plus FBS teams?
125.
125 FBS teams. So what are we supposed to do with that?
Yeah.
We got to find the right number. We got to find the right type of league. We got to find the right balance in conferences.
So
it's the wild, wild west right now. Go ahead.
So I told you this. I told you this off camera. There's way more teams in the NCAA than they are in the NFL. So you cannot assume that you can have the same format as the NFL and think that it's going to work. There's a lot more teams. So 12 teams is not enough. Number 2, you can't have any bias in how you select these teams, right? So we already mentioned in the show earlier that there's some form of,
hypocrisy.
Come on. So
and former bias because Alabama's 9-3. There are a bunch of other teams.
We haven't gotten there.
We haven't gotten there.
We haven't gotten
there.
We
can go there later.
So
okay.
I'm just trying to formulate this whole thing and understand, like, what is it that they're really trying to do with this 12-team playoff picture, right? Are you saying that number 17 can't compete in the top 12? Are you saying number 25 can't compete against the top 12? Now, if you look at it, it may hold true, because I think that Alabama will probably beat anybody that's sitting below them except for Ole Miss. Ole Miss might give them a run for their money.
Yeah.
In a playoff situation.
For sure.
So I think that they did not get it right.
Yeah.
I think that the expansion was a bad idea, but it's innovative.
Yeah.
But I don't think that it's the right number of teams. Only based off the fact that anything can happen when you're in elimination football. So you never know what's going to happen. Let's just say because I mentioned them already. Ole Miss plays Alabama in the first round of the playoffs. Ole Miss, everybody's expecting Alabama to win against Ole Miss, but Ole Miss comes out and beats Alabama.
Right.
And then Ole Miss goes out and plays
Miami,
and then Miami beats Ole Miss. You know, so anything can happen.
Yeah.
So I love where we are. I just don't like the bias that they're having towards, and I'm gonna be open with it, the
For
SEC.
sure. I get it.
I don't like it at all.
Yeah.
And I think we're in a bad spot. And
by the way,
we need to get rid of that.
This Miami team that they say comes from the ACC doesn't have the strength of schedule. Their two losses are to the Georgia Tech team that just took Georgia to 8 overtimes.
Yeah.
And the Syracuse team that just went 9-3 and guaranteed a Clemson spot in the ACC title game.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Alabama lost to...
Wait, I don't think they heard you. Georgia Tech took Georgia...
Right.
To
8
how
overtimes.
Many? 8 overtimes.
Right. That was a legit game, right? Like, anybody that was watching that game said, wow, this is competitive. I want to watch this till the end.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then the loss to Syracuse, that's a quality ACC team.
Yeah.
Alabama's lost to Oklahoma. I don't know how many great teams Oklahoma has beaten thus far.
Okay, we have two other games to talk about with Alabama losing, by the way. So it's not just Oklahoma.
Yeah, they lost to Vanderbilt, who ended up 6-6, you know, LSU, who ended up 8-4.
And you mentioned this, and I don't want to steal your thunder here. But,
go ahead.
But Alabama's ranked higher than Ole Miss. How is this even possible? Like, I think that and we agreed on this. Why do we even do this to ourselves week after week and decide on who's placed where at the end of the day, I think that it should ultimately be at the end of the season, we release the bracket.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't make sense to rank these teams if it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
Pre-conference championship weekend. Yeah.
Clemson plays SMU this weekend. And if Clemson wins,
they're in.
Automatically.
Yeah. That's it.
That doesn't even make sense.
And then what happens to SMU, who is a one-loss regular season team to BYU, who almost ran the table in the Big 12, as opposed to Alabama in the SEC, who lost to Oklahoma and Vanderbilt, who are not even considered to be in the playoff race.
Right.
So
it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It's very unfair to the teams who beat top-ranked opponents.
Yeah.
And they're nowhere in the conversation. This is really unfortunate for them to not even be acknowledged.
And here's my other point, Russ, and I haven't hit you with this yet because I know we've had a lot of conversation back and forth before the show.
Right.
Let's go back a year ago when the committee left Florida State out of the college football playoff.
Ooh.
Why did they leave Florida State out of the college football playoff?
Because
their starting quarterback got hurt.
Yep. That is a great point.
Let me ask you this.
No, I mean, I will take it even further. UCF.
Yeah.
They were undefeated.
Yeah.
And they didn't have a chance of making it to the college football playoff. So by all means, like, we've seen the bias. We've seen now.
Well, let me stop you there. By the way, last year, leaving Florida State out of the college football playoff because of a quarterback that got injured. Mm-hmm. Now I'm, as the college football playoff committee, going to put an Alabama team that lost to an Oklahoma team who is a middle-of-the-pack SEC team who only scored 3 points against us, against a Cam Ward-led team who scores 30-plus against other than Georgia Tech. Everybody.
Right.
Who would I rather watch? Let me tell you, I'd rather watch Cam Ward.
We've seen Miami, and I get it. I'm a Miami fan. My guy.
Well, you know how I feel about Cam Ward either way, so go ahead.
We've seen Miami battle from deficits of double digits multiple times this season.
Yeah.
So we know that they have the drive. I'm not going to sit here and talk about their weaknesses, but we know that when that offense is on the field, it's electric.
Yeah.
And it can score. Yeah. And it can score a lot.
Quickly.
I don't know.
Either pace.
I don't know what the points per game average is for Miami, and
let me tell you, in total offense is number 1 in the country.
Come on.
Yeah.
Why would you have that outside of the college football playoffs?
And you know, I'm an SEC guy, not here.
Yeah. Not here.
I don't want to take Cam Ward out of the playoffs. Let me just tell you that.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
All right. So I do think, to answer the question. All right, so go ahead, Peyton. For the people that's sitting at home, thank you guys. If you're still watching this show, we appreciate you guys for sticking with us and listening to the conversation. Where do you think these teams? Do you think the playoff committee got it right? Do you think that college sports is rigged? And do you think there's some form of bias? Please let us know in the comments, because we need to understand.
We do.
How America is feeling right now.
Yeah.
Because this is, for me, and I think I agree with Peyton, this is madness where we are sitting right now.
Yeah.
And
it's the wild, wild west.
It really is. And I don't think that we need to go week after week saying, okay, this team is ranked here, this team is ranked here. If it doesn't matter, if Miami's sitting at number 12 and what is Clemson ranked right now? Is it 17?
17? Behind the 2 Big 12 teams?
And if Clemson wins this weekend, Clemson get in.
Yeah.
That's 5 spots behind. And we've seen it multiple times this season that Miami can be ranked highly, but they can drop 6 spots.
Yeah.
They rise up, and then they drop 6 spots.
By the way,
it doesn't make any sense.
Syracuse is benefiting from their win over Miami getting into the top 25 because Miami was a ranked team.
Yes.
What about benefiting Miami off of the fact that they lost to a pretty good 8-3 Syracuse team?
Is it 8-3 or 9-3?
Now 9-3.
9-3. Syracuse is 9-3.
Yeah.
Peyton, who else is 9-3 that's sitting in the top 12?
I love that you asked me that question.
Who else is 9-3?
Because why don't we compare Ole Miss and Alabama real quick? Why don't we do that? We've got 2 comparable opponents, right?
Right.
South Carolina. Why don't we go to both Ole Miss and Alabama played South Carolina this year. Ole Miss had to travel to Columbia, South Carolina. What was the score of that game? 27-3, Ole Miss. Ole Miss came to Alabama. What was the score of that game? 27-25, Alabama.
Right.
Both teams played Georgia. Both teams hosted Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
One team beat Georgia by 2 scores. One team beat Georgia by 1 score with an interception at the end. So I don't know. That's all I'm saying.
Listen, it's ridiculous because Ole Miss is sitting at what, 13 right now?
Either 14 or 13.
13.
Because Alabama's at 11. Yeah.
Right. And actually, I have that lined up.
I think that's what it is. Alabama 11, Miami 12, Ole Miss 13, somebody 14, South Carolina 15.
Ole Miss is sitting at 13. South Carolina is at 14.
Okay.
Arizona 15,
Okay,
and
that's
Iowa
good.
State is sitting at 16.
Yeah.
Iowa State, Clemson have an opportunity to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Sitting
Outside.
way,
So what does
not
it
close
matter?
outside,
Yeah, just
way outside, like way outside.
Yeah.
If the air conditioner was on right now, they can't feel it.
we can't feel the air conditioning. Yeah. No, I hear you.
But I'm just saying, like, if
Yeah.
the fan was on, they can't feel it right now.
Yeah.
So it's just like they're way outside, but they have a greater opportunity to make the playoff than the team that's sitting at 12. So this is why I say the College Football Playoff Committee and the people who designed the College Football Playoff at 12 teams did not get it right. And I don't like where it's at. While Miami should have won the games that they lost,
Yeah.
this is not a good spot for them.
And the biggest issue is, Russ,
Number 12 is a crazy spot.
We don't have a solution yet.
Yeah.
And that's okay because there are so many teams to the point where what is the solution? Is it a 14 team? I don't want to go beyond 14 teams, to be honest with you. Because you have to put some emphasis on the regular season.
26 teams.
If you're going to go that far, I think you have to give some teams the reason of the doubt with a bye. With a bye week.
For sure.
If you will. Yeah.
The top 2 teams.
Okay.
The top 2. So we can't treat this like the NFL.
Yeah.
We can't treat this like, and we know that they want to expand to 14 teams
Yeah.
and give the top 2 teams buys.
Yep.
But I think everybody who's ranked deserves an opportunity to play at least one more game. So,
yeah, because I tell you what, if Syracuse played another game, they'd probably give somebody hell. Just after watching that game Saturday.
at least a run for their money.
Yeah.
At a minimum,
Yeah.
a run for their money. Will they win? Who knows? But it will be a run for their money. And if they get blowed out, that's fine. Because that's exactly what happens in every level of the first round of the playoffs. Let's take the NFL out of this. But high school.
Well, it's different because in the NFL you only have 32 teams.
Right.
So it's so much harder to gauge.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I'm with you.
So if the first round of the playoffs is blowouts all across the board, teams who are up 35, 42 points,
Yeah.
pull your starters out. Save them.
Go
You know
for
what
the
I mean?
next round.
Now
We're still watching.
You're playing football.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's what you do against McNeese State anyway. Yeah.
so by all means, like if it's that much of a talent difference,
Yeah.
pull your starters out.
Yeah.
But if you're in a 21 to 24 game, you got to keep those guys in there.
Yeah.
And you got to play ball.
Yeah.
And guess what? What happens? Whoever wins that game next week, guess what they got to do? They got to play ball the next weekend. This is about survival at this point. All right. So I don't want to get too far off the topic, but I don't think that the playoff committee or whoever designed this playoff
Yeah.
anticipated what will happen this year.
Yeah, I'm with you.
And what's crazy is
Yeah.
NIL. That's another
It's
topic.
getting tough right now.
That's another topic for another day.
We need to bring that up next episode. We have to.
Right. I'm not going to touch on that right now.
Yeah.
But NIL is also a factor.
Is a big factor.
Major.
Yeah.
We're going to go ahead and end this episode right here, right now.
Yeah. Because we're the Sportaholics and we gotta watch the Lions Packers.
We do.
That's a great game.
We do, and we can't miss a
game.
snap. All right. So I'm in agreement with you. I knew that we would take this conversation a little bit far.
With the college football playoff going on, we had to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's only right. It's only right. So with that being said, man, I'm the host, Russ. That's my guy Peyton sitting over there. He has a lot of takes. I also have a lot of takes. And I think that we have a lot for you guys to go ahead and talk about, especially if you're fans of college football. If you're fans of college football, go ahead and drop the football emoji in the comment section and let us know what team you're repping, if they're in the college football playoff conversation, and do you think they're gonna make it in after championship weekend? And if you're an Alabama repper, please
stay away.
Right. Right. Okay, because it's easy to be an Alabama repper. I'll talk to you in about 5 years and see exactly where Alabama is. All right. Yeah. So I kind of saw this coming for Alabama, but that's another story for another day. Peyton.
That's true, bro. You did.
I'll
give you your credit right there. You did. You saw it from a mile away before the season started.
Right.
So, yeah.
Do you have anything you want to say to the people?
Man, thank y'all for tuning in. We appreciate all of the support. Like I always say, stay sportaholic-y with the drinks on tap.
Yeah.
We out.
Yeah, man, we out of here, man. Until next time, man, we'll catch you guys on Monday. We're gonna have a good show because it's gonna be a crazy weekend in sports.
Or Sunday.
Oh,
maybe.
I didn't want to tease him with that.
Just to make sure.
All right.
We might.
If we do post on Sunday, you guys will know.
Yeah.
So be sure to stay alert for this weekend. It's gonna be a lot of crazy football happening this weekend. So
yeah, true.
I don't know where
we
I'll
might have to address that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But until next time, man, we are the Sportaholics and we out of here.
We out of here.
Good stuff, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
Good stuff, bro.